I use AI almost every day. For work, for psychology, even for the gift card, for generating options that I wouldn't have seen alone. I'm not here to tell you that AI is bad. I'm not a technophobe. I genuinely believe that these tools are extraordinary. But something started to happen that I didn't expect and didn't notice immediately. The more I used AI, the less I was trusting my thinking. Not dramatically, not obviously, quietly. Just like a muscle you stop using because there's something nearby willing to do the work for you. And the muscle doesn't disappear overnight. It just gets a little weaker each day. A little less confident, a little less yours. This video is about that quiet weakening and about what I think is happening to the entire generation of people using AI to improve themselves while slowly outsourcing the capacity of real growth. I want to tell you exactly how I noticed this. I was working on a script, a content for my channel, and I hit a moment of uncertainty. Not a block, just a pause. The normal creative friction where you are not sure which direction to take. And with deep thinking, I opened AI, described the problem and get directions within seconds. Picked one direction from three and move on. And later, reviewed that I made, I realized I didn't know if the choice was mine. And it was not looking like me was writing this script. It was quite odd. Not in a dramatic existential way. More like I couldn't feel the reasoning behind it. I couldn't trace the decision back to something actually that I understood or believed. It was efficient, it was good, but it was not quite mine. And I started noticing it everywhere. When I felt uncertain about decision, I asked AI before the sitting with uncertainty myself. When I needed to process something emotionally, I framed it as a prompt before even journaling it. When I wanted to understand something, I asked for the summary instead of reading a work. Every single one of these choices was rational, faster, more efficient, and even better output. And every single one of them was quietly training me to reach outward before going inward, to seek the answer before developing my own capacity to find it. Let's talk about what's actually happening psychologically. Self-improvement, real self-improvement, is fundamentally about developing a capacity, not acquiring information, not optimizing output, developing the internal capacity to think, feel, decide, and grow from your own resources. That capacity is built through struggle, through sitting a hard problem long enough that your own mind has to work, through making decisions without certainty and learning from their result, through feeling discomfort of not knowing and developing the tolerance to stay long enough for something real to emerge. AI removes the struggle, not maliciously. It designed you to give you a fast answer, to eliminate friction, to optimize the process. But the friction is the context of personal growth. It's not a bug, it's mechanism. The struggle is where capacity is built. Remove the struggle and you will remove a growth. Think about physical training. If you go to the gym and machine does movement for you, you get the motion without resistance. You go through the form without the load and you build nothing. AI in the context of self-improvement do exactly the same. You get the output without resistance, the answer without the process of finding it, the clarity behind the confusion, and you build nothing. There is a deeper layer here. Self-improvement is not just about what you know, it's about who you're becoming in the process of learning. When you struggle with a hard question, when you sit with it, when you wrestle with it, come at it from different angles, fail to answer and try again, something changes in you. Not just in your knowledge, in your character. In your capacity, in the depth of relationship with yourself. That process cannot be outsourced. You can outsource the answer, but you cannot outsource the becoming. Let me name specific ways AI is most quietly undermining self-improvement right now. Emotional processing outsourced to prompt. People are using AI to process their own feeling, describing their emotional state to a chatbot and receiving framework, interpretations, or even advices. This is not therapy. This is not journaling. This is asking a machine to tell you what you are feeling. And what does it mean? The problem is that emotional processing, real emotional processing, requires you to sit with your feelings long enough for your own understanding to emerge. AI gives you interpretation before you've had an experience. An interpretation you didn't arrive at yourself doesn't integrate the way a realization does to you. Decision making delegated before even thinking. The moment of uncertainty arrives, AI opens. But uncertainty is information. It's telling you something about your values, your fears, your real priorities. If you hand the uncertainty to an AI before you sat with it yourself, you'd never find out what it was telling you. Learning replaced by summarizing. Why read a difficult book when AI can give you key insights in 2 minutes? Because the difficulty of reading the book is part of what book gives you. The concentration, the patience, the developing of your own interpretation. The summary gives you the content without any of the development. I'm not saying don't use AI. I'm saying do it consciously. Here's what actually changed for me. First, sit with the problem before opening a tool. Whatever the question, the creative, emotional, give yourself a minimum of 10 minutes with it alone before asking AI. Write, think, feel, struggle. Let your own mind do the first contact. Then use AI to expand, challenge or refine that you already started to develop. Not to replace your thinking, to extend it. Second, use AI for output, not for the insight. AI is extraordinary at execution. Formatting, generating options, handling technical tasks. It is not good at the thing that matters the most. Genuine self-knowledge and personal growth. Use it for doing. Reserve the knowing for yourself. Third, notice when you use AI to avoid sitting with discomfort. That's the tell. When the reach for the tools comes before you've even felt the discomfort properly, you are not using AI. You are hiding behind it. Name it, sit with the discomfort first. Let it tell you what it's there to tell you. Then use the tool if you still needed it. I still use AI almost every day, but the relationship changed. It's a tool now, not a reflex. Something I pick up deliberately after I've done my own work. Not a replacement of thinking. The extension of it. The self that AI cannot build for you is the only self worth having. The capacity to sit with uncertainty, to think through difficulty, to feel what you're really feeling without immediately reaching for the interpretation. To be present with your own mind long enough to actually know it. That's not something you can prompt to. That's the work and still yours to do. Tell me in comments how you use AI in your everyday life. Press like and subscribe. We will go deeper and see you in the next one. Have a good flight, fam.